Yo, 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 what's up? This is the first time I'm talking, so make sure that you subscribe for more tutorials in the future. Anyways, today we're going to learn how to improve your sound quality when it comes to Lmms. How to be better at whatever, mixing, mastering, and improving the quality of your final product after you have made a beat, just like I've done right now. I made a beat, but I haven't started to master it or mix or whatever. And I'll just show you a really cool secret tip that I think no one tells you. But anyways, just listen to this song. It's going to sound so bad right now. Please don't go away, but just listen and I'm gonna fix it. This is most probably how my first beats were actually sounding too, because I didn't know how to fix this. But yeah, just listen. Yeah, it sounded really bad. So how do you fix this? Because the reason this happens is that all the instruments are too high, and that's just how it is with Lmms when you start producing. And the way to fix this is actually, I'll just show you. I already fixed it actually. Listen now. It sounded way better. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how I did that. The reason the quality improved so much was because I lowered this master volume to 1%. At the beginning it was at 100%, and I guess if you haven't changed this already, yours is also at 100. So the lowest you can go is actually 4%, but if you want it to go below 4%, you press Control and just press this, drag it to the automation, and then from here you can go from 4 to 1. I recommend that if you're into real bass heavy stuff like I am, like I like big bass and stuff, then you should go at least to 4% or below that, like 1, 2, 3, 4%. If you're not into real big 808s and stuff, then just keep it at 20%. And yeah, so my first tip is actually do that. When you're mixing or mastering, make sure that your volume on your computer is at 50, because I guess the average person who are listening to your track is listening at 50, so yeah. And now when you're gonna mix, make sure that you're able to hear the main instrument. Start with that. For me, it's the piano, and it should be loud enough, loud enough without anyone having to kind of increase the volume if they are listening at 50. This is actually way too loud, but because I have the 808, the volume goes down. And yeah, just start by finding the right spot for your piano. And then you go to the next one. And as you can see, both of these instruments sounds almost similar sound. The strings is not louder than the piano, but I want this to be a little bit lower, so then I just lower it. So it's important to know that just because this is at 125% and this is at 150%, that doesn't mean that the strings will be louder, because if you look here, the master volume might be different. So yeah. So when you're mixing, what you want to do is that make sure that everything is that you're able to hear everything. But how much you want for example, the bass to be heard is up to you. So I like the bass to be real deep and hard, so I mix it louder, so it's optional. One thing I've forgotten to say is that when you put your master volume to 1%, you'll have to most likely press on this and just boost the master volume to get higher sound. If not, you can also add amplifier, which will actually increase the volume. So yeah. Okay. Now let's say if you find that one instrument is, even after you've done all this, if you feel that it's too low, you can just clone it so many times you'll get louder. And I like big 808s, so my 808s are loud because I've chosen it to be loud. We can look at the bass line. I feel the strings is a little bit too loud, actually, so yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. Just make sure that everything is, that you're able to hear everything. But how much you want it to be able to hear is up to you. When it comes to the bass line, I keep my kick a little bit louder than the rest of the instruments. So the kick and the snare should be a little bit louder than the hi-hats. And all these instruments should be around the same sound as the rest of the instruments here. So it should not be too loud, the snare should not be too loud. And one thing to make sure that you reverb everything except for the kick and the bass and 808. That's how we get that sound. And yeah, I hope this tutorial helped. So yeah, see you later guys.